Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today we are going to be going over the Red Day, Week 3, Day 6 of the Guild Wars. Red Day is polled as the hardest day as far as what the community thinks, and we did end up getting quite a few like 3-2s and stuff kind of like lingering around, so hopefully we will be fine when we end up doing it. Since Sir Gwayne did come into the game today, we will be using him. And I did change up the team. I had suggested earlier just using more costly methods instead of the Bonnie Rose. I now use the Draculus instead of the Necreza. I use Ella McGrim. But other than that, it was the same team from what I showed on Monday, but we'll be running this with Sir Guild Wars and seeing how that runs. Normally my team is just a full true damage spam with Crimson Bat, Valkyrie, Draculus, and then the Void Portal for safety and for the summons, just in case things go south. But, oops, not that team. But, yeah, we'll run through all 5 of these with this. Hopefully it will go over well. We do only have one summon, and that, of course, is Sir Gwayne. We do have an Impervious, though, so that at least cannot be devoured. We can get some attack reduction on it, too. We also have Draculus, which will be our main damage source, as we will basically just be going for the true damage kill every single time in these battles. Everything else is basically just backup for the Draculus. So let's get into it then. We do have our banner set to a brown-red. The point of this is to focus down on getting our Ragnagord as quickly as possible. He does have a fast trait, so a single surge on a brown or a red will be full mana for us. So let's just take the extra turn, look for any more extra turns that may be lingering around, and looks like we are going for this brown. I did not see any drops that are worth taking. We do get the surge, so there we go, full mana right off the bat. We'll do this on purple, as it looks like it has a wide spread. Do not get full mana on anything, though we're pretty close. One pretty nice thing about this too, since I'm not using the Crimson Bat in first slot, the magic reductions aren't hurting us as much because they're not actually reducing something like our Draculus or Crimson Bat or anything like that. So that is one pretty nice benefit as well. Of course, he is losing explosion chances, but that's not as important. We mainly just need that very first quick first cast, and it already has so much magic that even once it reduces its magic, all we really need is about 10 explosions on it, and it can reduce its magic at least 5 times, and we're still going to be perfectly fine as if it didn't do it at all. So that's pretty nice as well. Looks like I'll take this purple into the brown. We also have a chance of a green dropping for an extra turn. Oh wait, never mind, that green was in the way. But we'll get that. We get our Draculus for the cast. He does unfortunately take a free skull. It is using the Death Knight class. We do have 2 things immune to it, both of our 2 damage sources. So we shouldn't have to worry about it that much. The only issue here, though, is he does indeed have his famine. This team has nothing to deal with a famine other than the fact that the first slot doesn't get hurt by it as much as far as the trait. Oh no, it's already going for Sir Gwayne. And if he kills that, then we will not have any kind of summon to be using. Still has a decent enough magic that we can go for the mana, so we will do so. Ooh, we do just get death marked on everything, though. So hopefully Sir Gwayne will not die. Ragnagord, I don't mind if it dies or not. Though it would be helpful, of course, if it doesn't. But we'll just take that, get our red, get a free extra turn off the yellow for the mana generation that we'll be able to throw. And that should be Draculus to full, and it is. And where do we get? Okay, another explosion. So we'll throw that as soon as we do our summon. This is enough damage to kill both the famine. So now all we have to really do is worry about the death marks for the most part. I think I'm going to take the red first. Start and get that summon in. And oh, good. And we got a little poke on it too. So we can kill it now. If this extra turns, we can kill it right now. That will be enough true damage. Hey, the peasant! The power of peasant. As long as he doesn't deathmark kill either of our 2 troops, we just won right here. Even if it does, I'll probably still cast, but there we go. And that is enough to win. It looks like it did get 1 magic reduction on our famine, on our Draculus. But there we go, all 4 of them. And even though he's a blue and not a red, it still counts for full value. Your summons don't actually need to be the color of the day, they just have to be a summon. It checks only at the beginning of the battle if you're using the color of the day, and at the end of the battle it only checks how many troops you have alive. It doesn't care what those troops actually are. So here we have 2 instant kills. Ooh, okay. I thought that was an assassin class for a moment. I'm not as worried about an archer because it's going to kill us from the front back. I do have to be very careful if they do run the blade with the assassin, because we do not want Elamagrim just instantly dying. Elamagrim or Impervious does not have immunity to anything that can instantly kill. Things like the Archer fully traded, the Assassin fully traded, Dracos 1337, this ability, things like those, Impervious will not work against. There is currently no immunity to them, so they're pretty dangerous, though all of their chances are very low. The main reason I'm afraid of Assassin is it rolls per skull, meaning it can actually have a pretty high chance if you just get a whole skull spam with like a Bone Dragon or a Shagra or any troop for that matter. But we'll go get our reds. Unfortunately, we cannot surge on a 4 times, but we can take this brown scouting around for other ones. Doesn't look like we can take anything else. Looking for most likely a blue here. Should be fine, so we'll do that. Get our nice blue spread. Almost full mana on the Draculas, and we get it right over there. Nice. And it looks like we hit a extra turn somewhere's in all of that. Somewhere's over there. So we'll throw the Draculas and just keep refiring like this, and should be good to go. A lot of browns and blues. Unfortunately, he did just move some of the brown. I'm kind of scared to do this due to the fact that it's so close to getting full mana. So again, I guess we'll just do this on blue. And Dracula's almost up. A little bit shorter this time around. But we do have a refire to go down. And it has full mana. We'll hold on our summon since it could have a potential of killing something right here and just go for more explosions. Worst thing it could possibly go for here is the Draculas, of course. So hopefully it will not aim and devour that. Okay, it was smart enough to aim for it. Luckily, it did not devour. That would have been horrible. But we'll throw the Draculas here. That would have almost been unkillable at that point. It would have had over like 150 something HP. But there we go. Do we bother throwing this? I'm slightly scared, especially if it misses. I'm gonna do it. We'll get that. Ooh, it does miss, but we get our mana back for explosion at least. But ooh, not good. Not good at all. I even got Giant Spider out of that, though I think Giant Spider would help us as long as it misses as well. Oh good, it used Giant Spider. And it does miss. Though we are in a slightly bad situation because it has that again. I don't think Elamagrim would help us much here. The only thing it would do is kill the Archer class and give him more fire for alignment on the Forest Guardian. So we're going to explode purple here and hopefully extra turn somehow. That is not an extra turn. All we're doing is giving it red. Don't even get a Skull Distract. Let's see. What we'll try to devour. Oh, it doesn't even go for the devour yet. Please miss. Nope, they got it. It looks like we might be losing our Ragnagord. Luckily, we did get some attack reduction on it, so it's not killing us instantly, though it did gain some attack from the... oh, wait, never mind. It didn't devour. Let's see. Well, I guess we explode on green, try getting Dracula's mana, and not get it killed, though the only problem here is it does have the barriers, but we will be at least able to pop the one main barrier we need to. So, Forest Guardian again, gosh. It's just spamming that constantly. And of course, it does get that summon. We'll see where skulls go right now. Maybe we'll aim for Elamagrim. That'd be great. If it did, we still have a pretty good fighting chance. We'll move that over, get more attack reduction. We will get the kill right there. I'm slightly tempted to go for Sir Gwayne, just for the summon. I need something to pop that shield. There's not enough brown or blue on the board right now. Or sorry, not enough purple on the board right now. So I'm actually going to do the brown and blue thing to try to get some more purple onto the board. And that kind of worked. But we'll throw this down now just to pop all the shields. Hopefully get a purple extra turn, which we just give it a huge amount of mana. But it does have a Skull Distract. So we will be able to throw Draculus there pretty safely. And that looks like match. Actually, that's enough damage. So there we go. A little bit weird there. Could have been bad if it got to Devoured, of course, on Draculus and stuff. But ended up going over decently by the end. So let's see what we have for our third battle here. What are we up against? We are up against the Brave. Oh no, not this again. Well, we should be fine, hopefully. We have 2 things immune to Death Mark. The only thing that's really going to be bad that we need to watch out for is we need to deny Famine's mana. His reductions won't be too bad. The Death Marks won't be too bad since we have 2 immune to it. The main thing that's going to be bad is his drain, since this team does not like to be drained. It gets a very, very high mana pull. Pretty much anything that ever uses an exploder does not like to get drained. What should we do for takes? I think we'll just do the brown and hope for surge. Ooh, that's not starting off well. He was taking the other move I was thinking of taking. Where do we go then? Probably just for a standard red. We already started on it. Kind of have to commit. Let him just waste his turn on the skull for now. And of course our magic is high enough that even if it reduces it, we won't need to worry. So there we go. Not full mana on anything though. A nice amount of mana. And it does get its ability back off the cascade. So we will be able to refire that. Another skull distract though. I'm probably going to explode it right here. So no skull distract for us. What color? I guess we'll do it on purple. So we have Draculus up, we have our summon up in case anything dies, which is likely since he has Death Mark spam like crazy. So we'll go get our attack reduction. Do want to make sure his attack is reduced just so we can do more Skull Distract without really losing it. I would prefer to keep our Ragnagord for as long as possible if we can. We'll see if that will happen though. That'd be great if that could hit on something that has immunity, either of the two. Yep, there we go. Oh no, never mind, I did it on the other one. I do not want that dying to Death Mark if we can help it. So we'll take our red right there and throw this down if it doesn't die to the Death Mark. Okay, good, fine. And we'll just go on the yellow then. Get our nice explosion and then get ready on the cast. A good amount of brown and blue right there. So we'll cast that to the board. And it cleansed. Nice. We get a little bit more extra attack reduction. Really good board setup for this too. Shouldn't miss, though, of course. Pretty random doing the double spawns like that. Never really cared for their consistency, but Sir Guild Wars is definitely pretty good for Guild War purposes due to his summon. The summon and the fact that he can actually gain an extra turn off that summon, which is pretty rare. Most summons don't really have the capability to gain a extra turn after. Of course, his ability is pretty inconsistent. Anything that does the double gem spawn I absolutely hate using, but at least for Guild War purposes, he is pretty decent for that. So we do get Elamagrim. I don't really need Elamagrim. Elamagrim is mainly here for the Impervious. Like, that's about the only thing it is really here for the most part. That and the attack reduction. The Impervious and the attack reduction. If it wasn't for those two things, we kind of don't really even need them that much. But we'll throw this down. We will get the hero killed. I want to pop that now because we're going to pretty much anyways. And we'll just go get a little bit of Draculus mana. Then again, actually probably should have just gone for Draculus mana there, now that I think about it. And now we don't have a way to take it now this turn either. But we can always just take a brown there, get the explosion. If it doesn't split, kill it. 2 mana off. See what the death does. I don't think it's going to get the kill. Good. And it didn't die to the death mark. So we'll just do the explode spread and then just kill it off a Draculus. That will be exactly enough damage. And we have the Skull Distract. So as long as nothing dies to a... Oh, don't you dare. As long as nothing dies to a death mark, we will be good to go. Even if it does... Oh. To cast or not to cast? That is the question. We're not going to. I need him to not die to death mark. We can actually get away with this. He'll take it. Please take that to the left. No, that is not the way I want you to take it. Okay, cleansed. I'm doing it. Throw it down. Oh, I could have... Fail! I could actually Draculus there. I didn't initially because... Oh, fail. I didn't initially Draculus there because it would have killed the death, but then he gained enough HP, and I actually could have done it right there. Oh, fail, fail, fail. Fail. Oh, should have done the death mark there. Well, luckily he went down. We have the dragon. Not enough to really kill anything off of, though. Gosh, you got famine up again on that little thing. You know, I did that to try to save a troop, and now I'm probably going to lose a troop. Nope. Let's see. Yep, that's not enough damage. The skull I can't do. That's a huge fail. Oh, gosh. Do we just take the skull? How much damage is that otherwise? 26? Yeah, it's going to kill him regardless if it hits that Draculus, so we might as well just hit, at Sir Gwayne. Please don't. No! It was all for nothing! And we could actually still lose this, too. It was all for nothing. Okay. Well, let's go get Draculus back up, get the little tap on him, go from there. Okay. So, still need quite a bit of mana. We will likely need to throw the next knight at the death right there. So we'll get that up. That should be enough damage. It didn't even get the magic reduction either. Skull right there, I'm pretty much just going to ignore. Actually, we could just go for our mana. Yeah, we'll just take that instead. Go for our mana. How much is that? 23 damage. So yeah, we'll just go with that. So yeah, we could have actually kept him alive. If we would have done the Draculus right when he gained that extra 2 HP, putting him to 28 HP, if I would have Draculus there, we could have probably gotten away with having 4 troops instead of 3. But oh well, still win. A little bit delayed, but okay. Yeah, that was a... No, I wouldn't say too huge a mistake, but definitely not what we should have done. But still won. That's the main objective that matters, and as that is what gives the most amount of points. And okay, well, this thing again, the Annuceptor using Death Knight class with the standard Cabarrus into a Forest Guardian will still dart us down again. Of course, we have the Elamagrum for Devour, immunity. Of course, you can't, like, cleanse against Devour. That would be cool if you could somehow. But, yeah. They really need more troops with Indigestible. It's actually a trait. There is a trait that has immune to Devour. There is a trait that has immune to Devour directly, but only one troop has it. The Rock Troll, or whatever the troll that's related to doubling the Browns is called. I believe it's Rock Troll. But he's the only one with specifically with immune to Devour. Of course, everything with Impervious also has immune to Devour. But as far as the trait that only gives a troop immune to Devour, there's only one, which is kind of odd. It'd be cool if they ever bring a few more of those, because with Guild Wars bringing or having so many of these around could be useful. And they wouldn't even need to nerf it. They would just need to add good cards that have immune to Devour. So let's go to the red there. And just get some explosions going. That's the whole point of having a Ragnagord on the team. Getting those quick explosions right out at the beginning. Of course, it does have a really high mana, starting mana. But so do we once we get the Ragnagord. Devour's about to go down. Nothing I can really do about it. So we'll just let it go. We just have to keep focusing on our damage. Please don't Devour. Good. Oh, it did Devour. But we had the Impervious. Got it. And that is why you put an Impervious on your team. And any immunities. Though, yeah, they need more Devour immunity, so we can do stuff like that and make the Cabarrus useless again. Do we just throw this? Or do I try it? I'll try for the red. Got it! There we go. Yeah, well, wait, he has alignment, I think. Maybe double check. Go get there. Go get, like, 2 Skull Pairs. No, I don't think that's alignment. He'll get a lot out of it, but he shouldn't get an extra turn. Yep, he gets a huge amount out of it, but no extra turn, and that was the main thing that mattered. Okay, so we'll go do that, get the attack down a little bit more, in case it does the whole skull thing again, which it's already planning on doing. Do we explode or do we not? I'm leaning towards yes. I'm also leaning towards just throwing down Sir Gwayne. The only problem with throwing Sir Gwayne right now is it will likely give him alignment. Yeah, I'm gonna hold him to Sir Gwayne. You might need him for a summon as well, in case we lose the Ragnagord, which is possible. Okay, we got Draculus back up. I need the barriers popped first. That's one of the things I can use Elamagrim for. And as I stated, he's about to die, as, yeah, it's kind of to be expected. He is in first slot with no skull protection whatsoever. So we'll kind of just let him die. If we could take Elamagrim's mana right here, that'd be great. So let's just look around for that. I need a purple pair to really be able to do that, though. And none seem to be available. There's Skull Distracts and stuff. I could try getting Ragnagord's mana, but then that would just get blocked. Do we take a skull now? I'm almost leaning towards just taking a skull and getting that killed. I don't want to use Draculus yet, because the Draculus is actually enough to team wipe him if we can get the shields broken. Oh, now it's not, but still close enough. Okay, so we need that last little bit of mana now. I think we will take it off of this, and there we go. We do get it off the extra turn, and now we just need to keep taking our extra turns, get their attack down just a little bit more, and then hope that... Oh gosh, we just took away some purple. And let's see. Let's go for the... which one should we go for here? Let's go and break the barriers first. And nope, we do not land the extra turn right there. So he'll just take the purples. He will get into a Skull Distract. And what is this? I'll read that later. Oh no! Did we just die to a Death Mark while Window distracted us? Though we do have enough to team wipe it. Gosh, what is with all of these kills? Just can't keep on to our troops right here. But at least we're getting the wins. If nothing else, the Draculus and Elamagrim are pretty good just to keep as just a solid way to not get any deaths. Because that is one thing I do need to focus on a little bit more on Guild Wars, is maybe not focusing as much on keeping all 4, but actually focusing on the win. Because Elamagrim, Draculus, things that can gain a high amount of durability while still having protections like Impervious and Deathmark Immunity are pretty useful. And again, of course, we're up against this team. A little bit weird that's not using a Giant Spider, though. It's going for like a huge Finnair, which will be slightly better, at least for us, since if he doesn't have a Giant Spider, he won't be able to get the alignment. Though, in a way, I guess maybe it won't be as good, since Giant Spider could miss and give us a bunch of mana. So, let's get into this, go get the Ragnagord up, and see where that brings us after there. Of course, we'll have to go for the blue extra turn, and that will give it some more attack reduction, which we will be needing, as he will gain a huge amount of attack whenever he does get his initial cast, especially if he aims at himself. If he aims at the Cabaruses, that might not be too bad for us, since we'll most likely be killing them all at once before basically his entire team's going to die at once. We're not going to be going down the line, so the only useful buff he could do is to himself. But we'll go for the skull right there. Throw down a Draculus. Still going to be needing a little bit more on the mana there. Can't get the yellow from the Cascade. We'll take a red then. Get a little bit higher. Oh no, the Devour. We've been pretty lucky so far, and because of that, that means it will likely hit on us. Let's see. Any chance for extra turn while taking our mana? I did not see any. Unless we get like a triple brown or something. Or, oh no, or a double skull. Oh, that's still very unlikely, but we'll try for it. And of course, neither of them. Oh, it goes for the buff first. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, 81 attack. Actually, that's not too bad. Still enough to one-shot, but not too bad. We do have the 25% reduction on the Draculus at least, if he does get that far. So yeah, all we have to worry about now is that main Devour that's going to come down. Got quite a bit of our mana generators. No Skull Distract, so it is going to cast here after it does its little thing. So there it goes. We'll get its Devour. Yes, it will, but luckily it was on the Ragnagord, so we're still pretty safe. It doesn't have any barriers yet, so I don't need to worry about casting Elamagrim to break them. So we'll just throw down the Draculus, get our summon. What will we get? Come on, let's see. Peasant. Peasant or... Peasant, Knight Coronet, or Queen Jezebel. Let's see it happen. There we go, Knight Coronet. One of the better options. He has Stone Skin, so he'll be able to negate out that skull. He'll also be able to remove the purples that we create for extra damage. Also just be able to remove the purples in general, just to make sure he can't use them. I'm going to take the brown right there just to get that. Wow, that would have been horrible if I would have gave it that. I almost was thinking about keeping that there. That would have been so devastating against us. But we'll do that. I'm going to throw most likely Elamagrim into... Never mind. That has changed my plan. I think. I don't... Actually, never mind. I'm still doing that. Need the damage down. So we'll do that. It'll do the Forest Guardian, and we'll get some alignment. Don't think any extra turns coming down, though. So that's nice. Oh, barriers. That I don't want to have to deal with. But we have to. We'll go take the double skull. He is definitely dead after all that. Did not get enough mana for Draculus, surprisingly. But we can take out 2 barriers. And, ooh, we cannot get a Cascade. And I'll give it so much right if I do that. So we'll go move that up. Get Draculus. We'll do the double barrier break. And then go from there. So we'll do the double barrier break. Get down to Draculus. That will not be enough damage, unfortunately, to be able to kill any of them. But I need to keep pushing him. So we'll do that, get our Draculus damage. That'll pop the other shield, though it's still going to take 2 Draculuses if we're going to take it out that way. No Skull Distract available. Let's see, it's blocking us on our yellow too, the Knight Coronet that we created. That's the only main issue I think that we have with summoning it. Let's just take some yellows, get a Skull Distract on it. We can survive at least the one. We can't survive another one. But I actually wouldn't mind if Knight Coronet died. So I might just do that, let it die. Good. Oh, never mind. It's not even going to die. Is that enough damage to kill? I think it is. It's enough damage to kill the last one. Though if I do that, I give it a free skull. It's going to die anyways, though, so I think we'll do it. So we'll throw that down. Down it goes. And then we just need to see... Oh, gosh. I forgot about the summon there. But then we'll just need to see where he does with his Nature Guardian. Hey, he gets... oh, he does get the extra turn. Okay. Well, we have 340 HP on our Draclus. If we can somehow kill that Cabarrus, there's not a single chance he can really win at that point. So that will be our main goal. Attack's still being reduced quite a bit, though the fact that it got a Devour does make its attack go up quite a bit, since now we have to deal with the entire reduction over again. We'll go for the yellow here, and throw to Sir Gwayne and hope we hit. We could also just go for the red route, but the fact that he has barrier, that's probably not a good idea. So we'll just let it take away its own green there. It's actually going to get skull distracted too. So it'll just take a skull there, take away its own color that it needs for the cascade. We'll throw this down. I do give it brown, but there is a chance that we'll get the blues for our extra turn. So we will throw it. And there we go. Queen Jezebel. That will help give us mana on everything and will be very useful for us. It does get a lot of green there. The only thing it uses green for, though, is refiring the Nature Guardian. So nothing too bad. It keeps moving. It keeps casting it so much that it barely has anything to do it off of on the board. So that's helping us slightly. It's kind of just wasting it. And he's denying all of his Cabarrus mana by doing so, which is being helpful. Let's see. I do want to take green mana, though I do want to keep distracting him as well. So I think I'm just going to go for the green all the way up there. At this point, I'm not quite sure which one we should actually use Queen Jezebel on. We don't have any way to... Oh, we do have an extra turn right there. So let me go get that for some blue mana. Make sure we get the last of it. Oh, we can actually get Dracula's all the way up right now. The only problem with doing this, though, is without Elamagrim, I have no way to pop the shields to start damaging it. But it has a Skull Distract. It'll use its ability, which will also be a Distract. I think I will just do this on first lot, as there is a... We may have a need to start using skulls. So we'll just buff up herself, get some of the mana on the other two. And then I'm actually not going to throw the Draculus here. The main reason being that we really don't have a need to. He's going to waste his turn next turn just by using his ability. So we'll let him do that, and then we will destroy it right now. Nothing we could take off the red. Can't even try it. Well, we could try for the extra turn there. I don't think that one is worth it. Maybe next turn we will if we don't have any option. Oh, come on. I got the pack. That's a bit annoying. Let's see. Do we try for the extra turn? I think we do. So we'll go get our reds. Oh, we get it. Nice. Another attack reduction going down. The other one's already reduced to 0. The other one, the Cabarrus has so much HP, or so much attack right now, mainly due to the fact that it got the Devour. And as I said earlier, we may end up needing some attack. And yes, we do indeed need some attack. And we can just cast her out for that. I'm just double checking for alignment here. It looks like it will get a complete miss, other than a pair right there. But other than that, it will be a complete miss. So we'll throw that down, hopefully get an 8. Ooh, 6 mana, still pretty decent. Not enough for Elamagrim yet, though. And we will be needing that, of course, to pop the shields. And with him constantly reducing the purple from the board, it's a little hard to do. Though we can do it off a Red Surge. So, oh wait, we don't even need Red Surge, do we? No, we don't even need the Red Surge. It just needs to be a red. So we'll take that. Well, we got the Surge anyways, but there we go. We can start hitting down the HP value on that now. Actually, I might as well just use... Their armor is already so low, I might as well just use the Draculus now, and then just fire it into a into an Elamagrim. So we'll do it that way. And yeah, we'll throw the Elamagrim now. I do have to be careful getting purples on the board. Of course, it will take it probably the second. Yep, the second one is available. It goes right for that purple. Figures, but we'll throw this down mainly for the mana, of course, since we do not get any summon, and we do get it, and we have the hit to ensure that we shall not lose. And then we have the Draculus that will get the full mana, and that will be match for it. So there we go. Just throw down the Draculus, and that is done with a 501 HP Draculus, and we took off their head. Unlucky, Tony. Yes, that was a bit unlucky. But there we go, finishing with half the max possible HP right there. And what a final Guild War battle to do. And we get an Arcane Trade Stone, even though it's one I don't really need. But yep, there we go. That was the battles. I believe the results will be anonymous first, us in second. So there we go. And also Strat Gem. I believe that was VN Forever. They ended up changing their name. So that's basically the results, and we get a bunch of penguins next week, which is kind of fitting since it's Glacial Peak week as well. This one is from Stormheim though, but it is like kind of frozen week for some reason next week. Let's see. But anyways, that is the Guild Wars for this week. If you guys have any other questions about it or the game or anything else in general, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful week.